Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got my sister.
Hi.
I've got a human. Oh my god, what the hell am I doing?
Hi.
With a human. Look at these. Look, these are not greenies. She dyed a nail. Fiji Waves. So you know I said I've got a greenie, or that'll come in another video that I've got. It's not a greenie, but I've got a green stain nail. That was Fiji Waves. You also are a lover of the Fiji Waves.
It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
But you really need to make sure you have a thickish layer of clear down before that one, because I mean, I thought my clear layer was absolutely fine. You thought your clear layer was absolutely fine, but still we have stainage. But look at the length of these. Now, if you remember my sister pre-COVID, she could never cope with a nail more than about that long, wasn't it? About that long?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, she has the most possessed pinkies in the world, which are fantastic. Look at those skyscrapers, beautiful. We're keeping them because we just like them.
They're silly.
So yeah, it's the way they grow. In fact, you know, some of the others do that as well.
Yeah. I've been doing my own during COVID with, I think it's fairly obvious which is my dominant hand. So which hand I can get a decent-ish structure on and which one I get breakage on, and it all goes to wrong. So yeah, I've learned how to do things. I am so happy to be back because
yeah, because we got you a whole proper kit, and you've got your Liz Guild brush now.
Yeah, and I've been doing really well with it. But yeah, it's not. I can't do the things that Shona can do at all. I mean, I've been sending Shona some pictures, so I think maybe the Facebook group might have seen some of the pictures of some of the things I've managed to do. So yeah, I've been getting better, but I am so happy to be back.
So this is going to be a really long video because we're just kind of gonna go with this, and
yeah, she'll edit out the bits that are too silly.
Too silly. I mean, really, the conversation we've just had. So I'm going to tell them because it's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So haven't seen my sister for ages. We caught up a couple of weeks ago. Now, my sister generally does not have long hair, right?
I've had a mohawk for like 10 years now, of various lengths and whatsits.
So I walked in. There's my sister with curly hair, because her hair's really curly, in this jumpsuit. And I mean, I lasted for the whole of half an hour before I had to mention the fact you look like a hobbit.
Don't think it was half an hour.
It probably wasn't.
I've gotten a fringe, which I don't think I've ever had a fringe before.
No, and just point out, my sister is 5 foot.
I am a short ass.
Yeah, so she's 5 foot with not even quite shoulder length, very curly,
dark
hobbity coloured hair. She totally looked like Pippin.
I did.
From Lord of the Rings, and my sister was subsequently very offended by my comment that she looked like a hobbit. Yeah. And what did you go do?
I was like, you left, and I was like, I don't look like a hobbit. So I went and Googled pictures of the hobbits and realised that yes, indeed, I did look like a hobbit. And when I told other people this story about my sister saying I looked like a hobbit, nobody corrected her. So I'm so proud of having the longest hair I've had in well over a decade, and my curls looking good, and me learning how to do them and everything. But it turns out I've unintentionally become a hobbit. But never mind, I will go off to Isengard and go help out in battle, and it all will be well.
You shall not pass.
I will.
Oh, no, that sounded like a pirate then.
You did. Yeah, that was not Gandalf. That was a pirate.
That was the pirate formerly known as Gandalf.
Oh no. I'm not going to fight the Balrog. I'm going to run away. Like you should.
For the Ents, isn't it?
No,
Pippin
shall not pass is
it is,
Gandalf
but Pippin and Merry go off to find the Ents.
Yes, they do.
And
the Ents
have the most boring conversation for half a film.
Yeah.
Because it takes so long to say anything in Entish.
It does. It does. But I do love the Ents. I mean, who doesn't love a giant walking tree going off to battle?
Who are all grumpy, which is awesome.
Wouldn't you be if you were a giant walking tree? Would you not be grumpy?
No.
I think I'd be grumpy.
I'd be tall and epic and full of foliage and shake myself.
Yeah,
Like,
but you've
hey,
been
I'm a
like that
tree.
for hundreds of years. Wouldn't you just get bored of doing, you know, the hair flick with your leaves?
Well, L'Oreal haven't.
That's true. They have been doing the same advert for decades.
I had to explain to somebody about the body form advert. Because in fact, I did it on one of my videos, because you know when we're talking about putting tips on and you got to put the wings, make sure you stick your wings down, and it's just it totally is, you know.
Yeah.
And then you've got the body form advert. Whoa, body form for you. I then googled that and realised how old that advert is and went, oh wow, they've moved on from there. Not that the adverts have got any better.
But, yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've seen a modern body form advert. I don't really watch the things that mean I get body form adverts.
Oh, yeah, that's the one you've taken chunks out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not do this.
No. No, well, Shona obviously hasn't been near my nails for 18 months, so no. I gave myself a nice, it's halo ring? Is that the right term?
That looks like the rat took a chunk out the side of it. I mean, you've got
yeah, probably.
I was going to say, did the rat eat it?
No,
Because the rats do like acrylics.
they do. Sapphire's got very interested in my last set. I don't know why I didn't use anything different, but she decided that my last set were incredibly tasty.
These are new rats, by the way. These are not the same rats as before, because sadly
they passed away.
Yeah,
they only have little lives, so they passed away during COVID, the last of them. So and now we've got 4 new girls who are Ruby, Sapphire, Ali and Gandalf, because Gandalf is grey and Gandalf is a bit of a doo-doo head.
Yeah, so basically she looks like a hobbit and she lives with Gandalf.
Indeed. Indeed. So yeah, four girls now. It's like 3's easy enough to manage with 2 or 3 of you, but 4 is a bit of a mission when they're all a bit mental. So they're very fast. I've forgotten what young rats are like, but yeah, we've had them for about 6 months now, and they're doing lovely. So yeah,
I don't know how we went from the body form advert to rats. But,
I don't know. Don't know.
Oh, I did see this. I saw it on Facebook. And you know when you have that moment of stupid, right? Mm-hmm. So they're talking about these dissolvable tampons, right?
That doesn't sound like that. Just in general. Like...
So there was this advert on Facebook for these. You know, they're trying to do like zero waste, because obviously tampon sanitary products take so much of landfill. You know. So yeah, absolutely. Let's try something different. So it looked like she's got a damp tampon, right, in her hand with a glass of water, and she puts the tampon in it, right, and the whole thing dissolves. Now, me in my brain, and thankfully when I looked at the comments, I wasn't the only person that went, why would a dissolvable tampon be a good thing when it has to be inserted and take liquid? Yeah. And then so the owner of said product wrote under there going, no, it's the wrapping that dissolves. So it's a tampon that doesn't have, it's an applicator-free tampon, right? So obviously, but you don't, but the waste still comes from the actual tampon. So
But it's less waste.
It is less waste. It is less waste. Yeah. But yes, I was quite pleased I wasn't the only person that went.
You just said that, and I'm like, no. Of things you want to dissolve, tampons is not the thing you want to dissolve. You want them to do their job.
Yes.
Therefore, do their job. So yeah, we're flicking about all over the shop today.
Absolutely, this is generally what we do, right?
Do not put that thing near my natural nails.
It's not going near your natural nails.
It's too close. Scary.
No.
Alright.
Well, that thumb's fine. Unless you want it longer. If you want it longer, I've got to take off all that length to put the tip on.
Oh, okay. It can be that length then. Yeah. All right, he can stay.
But in fairness, he's the same length as your other 2 there.
Is he?
So he's not out of
Is he not out of whack?
He's not out of whack, no.
Oh, that's all right then.
That, see? It's not disproportionate.
I can't see from that angle because I'm not above.
Yeah, it's like when I tell you to, can you just make sure you stay in shot through the video, and you're going, I can't actually see the
I can't
video.
see a thing, no.
We shall not make jokes about that. Right. So we're going to tip this one.
Yay!
So I've got to take down some of that. I will try and keep as much as possible.
Thank you. I mean, thankfully my nails grow pretty darn quickly, so...
Bend.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
I've got to re-educate her on the... I'm still not entirely sure about this angle. I think I need to go a bit higher because I like to keep zoomed in so people can see, but at the same point, because your hands go all over the place.
Well, you just tell me where I need to be. You've just moved my hand now, so I've no idea if I'm still in shot.
Yes, because I can see.
Oh, cool.
Can you see the angle of the phone is adjusted towards my eye height, so I have some clue of what's going. It's when I get really, really focused and then I'm not paying any attention.
And then you headbutt it, which is really funny. On your videos where all of a sudden it goes... Boop, boop, boop.
Boop, boop. Like, yep, I headbutted again.
Yeah.
I also have to be careful I don't sound like Darth Vader. Bend. Child invasion.
Only the one so far. The other
That's
two are
bad enough.
bouncing.
Is it? How rude. Now, some people like to buff once all the nail and everything once they've already stuck the tips on. I like to buff them beforehand so it helps the tip stick.
Ah,
Especially with you, who doesn't really do tip sticking.
I do not. Oh, I had an epic fail one night. I was like, when I was doing mine, I'd strip them off the night before. And so one night I stripped them off, did my cuticles. I was like, right, cool, I'll do them in the morning. I was like, actually, it's still quite early. I tell you what, I'll stick my tips on now and shape them so I don't need to worry about it in the morning. I can just get straight on it when I wake up. Woke up in the morning to find tips all over the bed. That doesn't work. That does not work. And then, of course, I had longer because I had to get all the tip glue off and everything before it could start. I was like, I had a good idea, but no.
But no.
No, I failed.
No. That does not work.
No.
No, I mean, you could have just about done it if you put the clear acrylic to hold the tip in. But even then, I would not recommend you do that because you will break the end of the tip off.
Yeah, which is exactly what I did. Yeah, I woke up in the morning to find a bunch of tips just floating around the bed. Like,
Okay, so what I'm looking at there is I am sliding it down the nail. So I'm not pushing it onto her nail. I'm just sliding it down so I can see both edges, and that fits lovely. And I'll put the glue on.
So I never managed to figure out how much glue. I always ended up with either not enough or too much, and then had to sort it out. Just terrible. Hate doing tips. Hate doing tips.
Yeah, but I mean, in fairness, like, you'd never done your own nails
I'd
until
never.
lockdown happened. I mean, you'd never had nails until I started doing your nails.
Nope.
And we know how small your nails were
Yeah.
when we first started. I mean, some people who are new to this channel will not appreciate how small her nails were because she was a nail biter.
Yeah. Nail biting for 30 years, plus gardener for the best part of a decade. My natural nails are not strong and healthy at all.
No.
Like, not even a little bit. They are, you know, you can see that they're ridged and just weak and very thin. And
Yeah, now what I do is I put a clear layer down over the tip before I will then cut the tip and shape it. Because it stops the tip from pinging off.
Pinging off, which I've also had happen.
Yeah, because it's very annoying. Especially I find with the, it's not so much the flat tips, but the curved tips, the pre-pinch tips, it's definitely
A bit more pingy.
a little bit more pingy. Yes, right. And can you be trusted not to ping that?
Yes.
We have evidence. Yeah, you walked in and went, oh my God, where the hell your nails have gone? And I'm going, oh my God, look at your nails. They're so long.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen yours this short, so...
I know. I know, poor nails. Like I said, there's a video coming up about a week after this one will go up.
Yeah, you've already got me scheduled in then.
Oh yeah.
Who wants watermelon until I eat all of it?
I think watermelon is good for you, love. For you are a little watermelon fiend. Oh, I saw a video earlier on today of a hippo eating a watermelon, right? And this guy just put the watermelon in the hippo's mouth and the hippo just went crunch and ate the whole watermelon. Like, you know that their jaws are strong, but I didn't think crush a watermelon. It's quite scary. Also very cool and very messy. But there you go. Oh, playing with your wings.
I bit my tongue.
Well, that's not good, dude. You don't want to be biting your tongue.
No. So, yeah, I started with polygel, didn't I?
Yeah, which is generally the easiest thing I found, but you really didn't like it.
I really struggled with polygel. I couldn't get on with it at all, but yeah, acrylic I found easier than polygel, which is weird, but hey. Yeah. I found it easier to build up in layers with acrylic. So it was more like I could do a bit and do a bit and do a bit and slowly build it up. I mean, forget this, however many beads you use, every single nail took a lot of beads, and that was fine. I just do lots of little beads and slowly build up, and that worked for me. But yeah, with polygel I couldn't do that. So, yeah.
We never tried gel, did we?
No, well that's because I'm not much of a fan of gel designs. So
You see, I find bonkers because there's so much you can do, and I've noticed a lot more now that a lot of the techs are doing just a cover layer, and then doing the
nail art on top.
the nail art on top.
Yeah. I think it's because even though I used to like bite my nails and my nails were a bit of a mess, I still used to paint them quite a lot. So for me it's a bit more like going back to that with gel rather than acrylic, something so different. Yeah, that you've got so many options. I did become a lover of the foils as well. You sent me some foils, didn't you? Which was amazing.
But you weren't having much success with those, were you?
Um,
Because you kept rubbing them with your finger.
I did keep on rubbing them with my finger. Sometimes it went okay and sometimes it didn't. But I really enjoyed some of the effects you could get with it and being able to play with it. I really enjoyed that. So...
His belly is his butt.
His belly is his butt. Not sure about that, dude.
I'm fairly certain they're different ends. Eleanor's Naruto running around the trampoline.
I'm just glad it stopped raining long enough.
Yeah, that they could actually get out there. She does have a soggy bottom. You did not wear spare clothes. I should have thought of that.
What you got out there?
It's raining.
Never mind.
Trampoline. Pikachu tail.
Yeah, so you've been using mainly the Naio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit more that side. Yeah, so I set it up with the Naio because obviously not having primers and dehydrators and all of the bump that goes along with this lot. The great thing about the Naio Nails one is the fact it was a primed or primerless acrylic. And it's a very slow set.
Yeah.
Which when you are new to acrylics is really good.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Except when you sit in the sun. Was that with the polygel or what?
That was with the polygel. That was with the polygel. Yeah, I learned from that mistake. I was like, text Shona one day going, I don't know what I've done with the polygel. The last time I put it on, it went okay-ish, and this time it's gone really, really badly, and I don't know why. And she was like, did you do it a different time of day? I was like, yeah, I did it in the morning instead of the afternoon. And she went, was it sunny? And I went, yeah. And it had set up as I was doing it. I had made the most amazing mess. And then because I'd had the pot of polygel sat beside me in the sun, the whole pot set. It all went very wrong. I've made so many mistakes, guys. It's not even funny.
Yeah, but this is how you learn.
It is. I've made different mistakes normally. Each time I've made a different mistake. So.
Let's have that thumb. What we're going to do is I'm just going to lightly just take that in there because that's hanging out. And I mean, I'm being super gentle.
Yeah. I can feel that.
We'll worry about the shaping and all of that in a moment. Right now, I'm just going to blend this tip in. Because these ones are quite thick tips. I generally don't use these tips much, but because of the shape you want,
yeah,
and your diddy nails, I was like, we'll need to pull out the small tips for this.
Yeah, it's like if I broke a pinky and had to put a tip on a pinky, I'm on the smallest size tips that I own to get my pinkies.
I've actually moved down to my size 10 brush for you today.
Yeah, just because of
I'm
my dinky
going,
nails.
Well, I was expecting them to be a lot smaller as well, you know, because you generally don't have a lot of length.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you've got...
They did growing. It's amazing that.
They did lots of growing. I think they're playing Fortnite.
They
Is that
are.
Fortnite?
Yeah. Yeah. Guys have gotten properly into it.
Yeah, it's peeing it down today.
Yeah.
Which is good in one respect, because I was like, oh my god, add to having a human and then suddenly sunshine as well. I was like, I may lose the plot. Okay, so that's nice blended in, and I have cleaned that up. Just done exactly the same thing to the other two nails. I've just popped into voiceover because we're going to speed through this. This is just me putting the clear layer down. I'm just sticking some dehydrator on. Obviously, I don't need to use primer because there is some already in the acrylic, in the monomer even. We had a mass invasion of the children at the point of doing this part of the nails. So I thought, you know what, this is a good opportunity just to whack in here a little bit of a voiceover and yeah, speed through this, because all I'm doing is just putting a clear layer down. We're not using core powders, we're using colours. I'm going to show you what we're going to be using in a moment. So obviously we're just going to protect that natural nail so we don't end up with any more colours, stainage on those nails. I have to say, I was really chuffed. You know, I haven't worked on a person for 18 months, pretty much. You know, March in fact, what, Feb 2019 was the last time I worked on somebody else. And I'll tell you what, the difference in my work between then and now, on my sister, if you go back and look at some of the old videos of her, I was really, really chuffed how this goes. I'm not going to lie, I was absolutely bricking myself the night before because I just thought, I can't remember what I'm doing. I don't know how to work on somebody. Is this going to be absolutely beautiful? Do I get it absolutely spot? I don't know. I'm kind of watching it back with you guys. All I can say is the fact that for me, it felt really good, and it definitely worked. Yeah, it flowed really nicely, which was great. Yeah, you can tell I'm poking my sister quite a lot because she keeps straightening her fingers. Do you know, I don't have this problem with Betty, my practice hand. She never gives me any trouble, which is a complete lie because the tips always fall out and I'm always moaning about the practice hand. But yeah, you will see me keep telling her off throughout this. So there we go. We're just going to finish this, and I hope you guys are going to like this because it is literally a watch me work from start to finish. Yes, it takes time. We have breaks, we eat lunch, we just, yeah, it takes a while. We make a day of it because it's nice to have a catch up, and the kids are all playing and the guys are all nattering together, and it's just it's a family catch up plus nails basically. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. If you do, I think I do say at the end of this video anyway that, if you do enjoy it, let me know, and we will do some more. Right, we're nearly done here, and then we're going to move on to the next part.
It was one of the things you said in one of your videos, and it didn't make any sense to me. You said about one hand is, it was when you were doing your mermaid nails, and you said, oh yeah, one hand is a 3 and the other hand is a 2.5, and I couldn't figure out where you measured that from to figure that out.
So when I am, hang on a sec, just because I need to concentrate that I don't stab you. I'm just taking these edge bits off just because it will make it easier to shape.
I never ever thought of doing that. So you don't end up filing, and when you file them and then they curl underneath and then you got to flick them out and it's all awkward.
So when I measure, I'm measuring from my cuticle to the point.
Oh, okay.
Not from the tip out, because if you think all of your nail beds are slightly bigger or smaller.
That's what I couldn't get.
So if you measure from there to where the end of the tip is, they're all exactly the same then.
Ah, cool.
It's why some of them have more of a C-curve and they're easier to shape because they're actually longer than some of the others. So other ones where I've got a long nail bed, so the tip is actually, there's less tip. Yeah. I have to file it more to get the shape because it's further down the tip, so it's thicker.
Yeah.
Wider,
yeah.
if that makes sense.
Cool.
Right.
Cool. Sorry, it was just one of those things I was like, I don't get that. What are you measuring? And are you measuring in centimetres?
Yes.
Which was, because that was my other question.
And of course you like the shape that I am crappiest at, which is great to practice on.
I'd say if they were super long, I'd totally have like a full-on almond, but they're not really long enough for a full-on almond, so.
You see, what I do with this is not only that, but you see if I've got any thick bits around the side,
yeah,
because of where the tip's joined or whatever, it just means I can buff over and it just gets rid, so they're all exactly the same, right, on both sides.
I've struggled with that before when I've been trying to put tips on, and I end up with like a bit of a thicker bit, and then you go over the top with the colour, and you can't get the colour to be quite the same density, and the tip's never quite where you want the apex to be. So then it's a
which when you're doing a full coat of the clear, you're making it thin anyway because you're just pushing it all the way down. But when you're doing it with the tip, you're only doing that little bit, so it can end up slightly uneven. You know, either side. So, which is again why I like to put the clear on, because then it means I can do all of my shaping and not have to worry that the tip's about to go off on a little jolly somewhere. But also it means that I can sort out the lumpy bumpies. Because sometimes, especially when it's hot and you're putting your clear layer down, sometimes it doesn't go down as smoothly as you want it to go down either. And if you think, that is the foundation layer, so if that's wrong before you start, it doesn't matter how well you do the next part, you're scuppered before you start.
That is totally a thing I've had happen before.
And the other thing is, you see, because I like to buff the whole tip as well. Even though you don't have to with acrylic, I find it sticks better if you do. So again, this just means I'm just filing over the whole thing and just making sure it's all lovely before we start.
So you've got a cracking foundation from the get-go.
Exactly.
Top tips.
Yeah. Well, this is why I thought, you know what? It's going to be a long video. I've seen a lot of them now where, these watch me work videos. And I quite like them. Like Dorota Paleka has started doing them. So she's in the salon and she's just basically recording while she's actually just working on a client. And you're just watching them actually work from left to right. And, the videos take about an hour or whatever. But they're actually really informative to show the process. Because when you're only showing a video on a practice hand, there is no prep work involved, and obviously trying to file. I have done a video because somebody asked me for a filing video, and I'm going, I don't think you appreciate how difficult it is to file on a practice hand where the tips are removable.
Yes, I do like the fact that you now put in warning of I'm about to take off someone's finger, because I really hate that. So I'm glad you now put in the warning, and then I just kind of skip forward 20 seconds so I don't see it.
Bend.
Oh, sorry.
What are you making? Yeah. Why would I not want a sandwich? It's lunchtime. I always have my hands full, but we all know that we stop and start this process.
I can always mince it. I can always blitz it down into a juicy.
The clear layer that I've done isn't bad. It just refines it, and I only find that when I'm I'm putting tips on.
Ultimately, the body's going to do it for you anyway, so why not just speed up the process?
Yeah, can we not have that conversation in my video?
It's just weird and gross. Okay, do not blend a sandwich. I mean, yes, does it blend? Yes, it does. Should you do it? No, do not.
You tried it though. You should try it.
No. He is a strange one sometimes, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
You see me how I peel my potatoes.
I know. Well, that.
Oh my God, he has the weirdest potato peeling.
That is a crime against humanity, I think. Your potato
You
peeling.
want to have the whole potato skin or still attached?
No. There is something broken in your brain with the way you peel potatoes.
He really does. He looks like he's mowing the lawn, not.
Hey, you remember to say mow instead of hoover.
Yeah. I was like, we were talking about frogs, weren't we? How did we start about talking about frogs?
I don't know.
We were talking about a different animal. Ah, yes, the bird in the toilet.
That made you squeal.
The bird in the toilet that made me squeal. So yeah, one of my cats, just to explain the bird in the toilet, because that sounds even weird now. Yeah. One of my cats, we went out for a bike ride as a family, came back, without the cats, obviously I don't tend to put them in the basket and take them along with me.
I have seen people do that.
I'm not going to comment on them.
If you're going to be a weird cat lady, commit.
Yeah, commit to it. So I went to the toilet, and as I flushed the chain, a bird flew out from behind my toilet, which obviously, if I needed to poop, I would have pooped myself because it scared me.
That might be too much information.
That might be too much.
Just
Well, I mean, it brings a whole new meaning to scaring the shit out of yourself, doesn't it?
You were in the right bed as gay, so.
I mean, in fairness, yeah, of all the
places
places,
for it to happen. Yeah.
that's definitely.
Chosen.
So yeah, so we were talking about the bird in the toilet, and then we said about that's not as weird as frogs, which always make us scream. And I said, yeah, especially like when you're hoovering the lawn and one jumps out at you. Obviously, I didn't mean hoovering the lawn, but I mean, they are a similar principle. Let's face it.
It's a similar principle.
It's the same motion that you do, just one sucks, one blows.
Yeah.
This is a family channel. Behave yourself. Honestly.
That's why I said nothing very loudly.
Your silence was deafening.
Yes.
Well, it does, because the lawnmower blows the grass out, doesn't it?
No.
Well, it does.
No, it doesn't. The lawnmower cuts the grass and sucks it into the bag.
It doesn't suck it
Yes,
in.
it does.
It doesn't
No,
suck
listen,
like a hoover.
As the blade spins, what you see which flies out is just the air being pushed out from the blade.
Yeah, depends what type of mower you've got. If you've got a petrol mower, it just...
Brings it up.
Not all of them have got the box on the back of them, though. All hoovers suck.
No, but they can reverse blow as well. They can go in reverse.
Why?
Can.
Whose hoover would ever go in reverse going, yeah, I've just hoovered it all up and now I'm just going to spit it all back out?
Because if you're trying to do like skirtings or something, sometimes it can help to get out of the
So it
weird
dusts,
cracks.
Basically.
Yeah. So I have seen them do it, and for a reason.
You've got dust in your crack, right, okay.
Well, you've got to blow the cobwebs out of your dusty crack, haven't you?
I have used the hoover for my cobwebs, mind you.
It's so much easier than that crap thing we've got.
Bend, thumb, bend. Oh my God. Always with the thumbs, always.
I know.
And everybody does it as well.
Thumbs are weird.
They're not weird.
They're like big toes, aren't they?
Oh, no, man, no.
Don't
They're
talk
not
about
like big toes.
around Shona. Come on.
I know a woman at work said, oh, do you do feet? No, I don't. I only touch mine when I absolutely have to. Feet. Anyway, yes, so that's why we were talking about
Frogs.
hoovers, frogs, birds, toilets, lawnmowers.
Not talking toilets.
Why were we talking about the lawnmower though in the first place?
I don't know.
Change ours on Monday.
Sorry?
Let's change ours on Monday.
Yes, we do have a brand new toilet, but we don't need to discuss that either. I mean, it'd be no weirder than the rest of the conversation so far, but one of my viewers is an insomniac, so this episode will keep her entertained all night.
All night, yeah. For the people who have joined since we last did a video, they'll be like, what the hell?
Yeah, there is a
going
whole
on?
section, by the way, in my YouTube channel. Gotta love a bit of Hotel Transylvania. Yes, in my YouTube channel there is a section that says My Sister's Nails. So if you would like any previous videos that were done pre-COVID of me and my sister's stupidness, they are about 30 minutes long because I do try to condense them and just leave the... I mean, the last one I had, I think, was the one about Henry Cavill's man bits.
Yes. Yes, it was. That was the last
Which has
set you did.
destroyed my ability to do crystal placements since that point, because every time I use one with that, that's what I see now.
Yes, because of Witcher, the first series of Witcher had just come out when you last did my set of nails, and we ended up talking about Henry Cavill quite a lot.
We did, indeed. Right, moving on. So today's products, we are going to use, this is a brand new one, and this is called Urban Legend from Moyra. Did it attack you? If you ping those tips off, if you damage those nails...
No, it just moved, and I wasn't expecting the chair to move like that. It just...
Right,
Sorry.
then, these two are pigments, but what I've done is I've mixed 1 part pigment to 10 parts clear acrylic.
Ooh.
Yeah, tiniest pots known to man. I couldn't find any big pots, so hey ho. And then the glitter we're going to use today is Merida, which is a princess collection from the Glitter Fairy, which unfortunately doesn't exist anymore, but this is what we're going to use. Right. Pinky, pinky, pinky. Pinky, pinky. We're the smallest beads in the world. Yeah, shall we talk about the fact that you couldn't get on the chair?
I got on the chair. I then got stuck because of it's a wheelie chair. And
Yeah,
I
you
went
got on the
off
chair. You had to try and put it. Why? Because your feet are not actually on the floor.
I'm a small ass.
You're sat cross-legged.
Well, that too.
It's not that your feet can't touch the floor. I mean, I wasn't being that cruel.
Oh no. Like my feet. I don't think my feet can touch the top. My toes can touch the floor. I don't think my feet can touch the floor.
I still wasn't going to disclose that information. I'm not that cruel.
Okay.
You just did, though.
I just did.
It does kind of look like grout.
Now I have finished the mosaic. There is no more grouting to be had of black grout.
Was it black? I thought it was brown.
Black grout. So yeah, after 3 years.
Okay, you really need to stop moving your hand.
Oh.
Are they alright or are they a bit like...
They're children. They just moan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like having Kevin and Perry lately, isn't it? Oh, calm down. Oh, why do I have to do that?
Yeah.
But my arm's so tired. What, to put the fork in your mouth?
I can't walk that far. It's to bed, darling. We know you're tired. You just need to walk up the stairs.
But it's so high. It's like steps and stuff.
Yeah.
It will get better. It'll probably get worse before it gets better, but it will get better.
That's it. You keep that delusional parenting.
It will. It will.
It's just waiting to go.
Oh, you're keeping that nice and thin.
Ooh, shaky.
You need to be doing the commentary of this because I want to see if now that you've spent a year or so doing your own nails,
Yeah.
whether you have improved from, right, the thing goes on the thing and it makes a swirly thing, which was your last commentary. So.
I was trying to not look because then I wiggle. So I
You
was trying
wiggle anyway.
Okay. This is marbling.
This is the marbly, so I'm just going to do your cuticle first. Because obviously we want to make sure that's all good first. Why am I telling you this? You're supposed to be telling us this. What am I doing, Suda?
There's orange around the cuticle.
I have made a pumpkin.
You have. That is a very orange.
It is.
Okay. There's some more orange. I said, you're like, you need to commentate, Sula. And I'm like, I can't really see what you're doing because of my nails pointing down. So there was some of the yellow going, and then there's some of the, are we calling it brown? Good.
Yes, because it is brown.
Cool. And now we're doing the swirly. And swirling is happening. And something else is happening. I can't really see because my nail is pointing down and I can't see above. So I can't exactly give you the best commentary. There was some more orange going in. Here's some more of the yellowy, which has got some like, it looks super glittery. the yellowy does. Now, I never managed to figure out marbles on myself. It just was beyond me completely.
Which is why you wanted marble.
I
You were like, I want a marble. I can't do a marble. In fairness, you said to me, oh, I can't do smile lines and I can't do marbles. And I was like going, there's no frigging way I'm doing a smile line.
No. But I did slowly get a bit better at doing ombres. So I did manage to ombre on myself a couple of times. And it not be awful. Ooh. Ooh.
See, with the glitter, you'll see.
Yeah.
See, the problem is I was going to do the glitter without anything underneath, and then I was like, not with your nails, because you don't like to see your nails underneath.
No, because my nails are horrible.
we can do that. That's not going to work.
That's so pretty.
Oh, don't talk about lateral flow test. Honestly, it sounds like giving you a urine sample.
That would be easier.
It would be, yeah.
It's close enough to a pregnancy test as it is.
They don't
And
go
you would
up
know
your
that.
nose.
I was going to say.
They do not go up your nose.
Bringing stuff, you know, all you have to do is just check up a wee drop on there and it'll be in there. If one line appears, it's all good. If the second one, you've got it.
You're pregnant.
Yeah, we'll have COVID.
Yep. You're having a potato. For God's sake, don't make Sula laugh.
I'm trying very hard not to move. There is definitely brown happening.
It's not that scary, love.
No.
For a cigarette and then I will actually plate him. You can see what I end up doing nothing on a Sunday. Milling around. I'm going to go play, then I do this, then I do that.
And the thing is, when we're here, it's not like we can be doing other things. So Jim's just like, oh, I'm going to get a couple of hours of uninterrupted, largely game time.
Well, no, because you're talking, aren't you? So
But yeah,
it's,
Shona goes, oh,
It's
so what you
talking
guys planning on doing?
we get interrupted by someone talking with a cat
I
card.
have no idea what we're going to be doing. I said, unless they bring their laptops or something.
Mm.
And so there's a bit of gaming. I said,
I'm sorry, I attacked you with my nail there.
No rush.
And then it was just like, yeah.
So is this one going to stay just brown, or are we going to do something on the top of it at a later point, or?
You've forgotten about the beautiful crystals I've got coming.
Have I got crystals?
I showed you crystals.
You did. You did.
Oh my God, talk about brain fart. Yeah, for which you said nothing about, actually. I was like going, okay, you see the shiny, beautiful crystals there, and yet you said nothing.
I forgot about the crystals.
Apparently so. Yeah, so this nail is going to have crystals on it.
Yay! I didn't even attempt to do crystals on myself. I thought that was headed for disaster.
That wasn't what we were going to do either.
No.
But then I looked at the size of your pinky and went, there is no way I'm trying to marble on that.
No.
No.
So do you want to glittermus and then marble? Oh, you can hear the cogs whirring. They're whirring.
No, I think we're going to do another marble.
Yay!
Why don't you bloody say so then if that's what you wanted?
Just you say marble, I say yay. That's
But I'm going to do it more of the yellow, I think. We're going to mix the marble up a little bit.
Ooh. So this is my cuticle bead to make it all nice and neat up at the top.
And this is the plan anyway. I'm just going to add a little one just up there. Just, oh, yeah, bash the camera. Look, I did so well, and then
You headbutted the camera.
I did.
What's the deal with the pigments? Like, I've seen in a couple of videos you've done pigments, but it seemed a bit different to what you're doing with me today.
Not well. Yeah, just because I've pre-mixed the pigments, which just gives the right ratio from the get-go, really.
And because it's got so much clearing, does it act as a strength powder?
No,
No. Cool.
there will still always be anything where you add in colour will always be.
I said I wasn't sure because it was like 10-to-1 ratio, so I was like, oh, is that enough or no? But no.
No, definitely not. You will still cap these. Absolutely. Oh,
Oh,
made a little snot mark.
oh no.
Snot! It was snot me! See? Different marble.
Shiny. Oh, this is awesome. I wear lots of like natural colours, so lots of greens, browns, oranges, corals. So Shona knows that. So if it comes in nature, it tends to be a colour I wear.
Go where I need to go. See where everyone else can. Go to Mason Lane.
Oh, that was it. I was just like, because we were originally going to make you a bumblebee, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah, my sister hiccups every hour on the hour. She's like her own personal clock.
It's true. And normally when I walk into a room, I hiccup as well.
Nerves.
For no discernible reason. Like, you've walked into a room, hiccup. And for why? I don't know.
Just left me to die. Okay. See how she plays. Alex just gives up. Can't do it. Damn it, I forgot we don't have the things for our story. No, the glider.
You forgot what you were doing there, Kremet. You're like, which pot? Which pot?
We do have quite a few pots there.
You do.
Doesn't help when you're using glitter and you've got like the brightest lights possible right above you. I'm kind of blinding myself.
Too much shiny.
Oh, the shiny. Yeah, they're all playing Fortnite now, so I apologise if any swearing now happens. Because the adults are now playing Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah, the guys are playing Fortnite, the kids are playing Minecraft upstairs.
So I thought I'd specify, yeah, that's the adults, not my children, who are suddenly going to be swearing. Oh. Right, I'm going to do exactly the same now to the other hand, and then we'll come back. Or I might cap these now, actually. I don't know. I hate capping. No, because I like to clean everything before I cap.
Yes,
And also, you're a poop head at smacking your fingers.
I am.
Right, let's get these capped. And start off with just a very little bead.
For a very little nail.
Yeah, because this has got glitter on, so all I'm doing is just getting a little bead in over the glitter, just to make sure there's no lumpy bumpies. Sorry for the new noise in the background.
It's the guys playing Fortnite.
Yes.
Can you request a cuppa when you get to the end of the game, Jim?
What?
Depends if you can actually keep your hands still. She's not been a very good client.
Sorry, Shona.
So you should be. Disgraceful behaviour.
It's not even my thumb. They trying to get any kind of shaping on my pinkies is always a bit of a laugh because they go in the wrong direction.
It's never that, it's just capping them. It always, if I whack more on it, then they look like they're about 3 foot high.
How I was doing it when I was doing it on my own was basically making them flat. So instead of having an apex, I basically made them look flat. Like,
But
so
then
the
there's no
shape
strength
was
in there
flat.
then.
No, because I'd bring it up so they were at a level with the point of where they kicked up. So there would be more product in the back because it'd be deeper.
Thank you.
Doopy-doo.
So what I'm doing is just wetting over this before we cap.
I never did that.
Yeah,
Does that
because
just help it to stick?
it just means that if there's any powder and stuff, you've got wet coming from the top and the bottom, so it just make sure you don't end up.
Is that why sometimes I'd end up with, in the clear, like little white spots?
Yes.
Ah, that happened a few times, but I had no idea what I was doing wrong.
Yep, that would be why.
Yeah, you're hearing the litany of my mistakes as I've been learning, aren't you guys?
But the thing is, like, you've never done nails before.
Yeah.
And yet you've given it a go, and actually I've seen your nails, and the people on the Facebook group have seen your nails, and they're not bad.
No.
You know, there are people I've seen who've done a lot worse. Geez, I've done a lot worse. Do you remember some of my first sets?
You definitely used to go for chunky nails.
Not deliberately.
No. No, I'd have the opposite problem where sometimes I'd make them too thin. And then I'd come to file and I thought I'd put enough product on and I had not. When you come to file and it's like, oh no.
Tea, coffee, hot
Tea,
chocolate.
tea please.
Which is why I always say it's better to have too much,
No, thank you.
because you can always file back.
Yeah. And I try and do that, but there have definitely been points where I've gotten enough product in like one place and then not in another place, and then I've gone to file and realised that like there's a bit round the side where I've completely missed it, or I haven't put enough on the tip, or you know, just silly things. But each time I did it, they got a little bit better and a little bit better.
So you just hate doing your own nails.
Yeah.
That's why she's here, basically. It's not because she can't do her own nails. She just doesn't want to do her own nails.
Yeah, pretty much. That, and I just like sitting and chatting and talking to you, and like it means we have a point where we definitely meet up really regularly, and I like that, and you can make prettier than I can ever make prettier. And yeah, I like having nice nails, and I you know, as you've seen during lockdown, I have done my own nails, but it's not fun. Like you can just sit there like all day and just happily make nail set after nail set after nail set, and I just cannot do it. I
don't know, I have a limit. It depends what I'm doing as well, because acrylics, they're a lot more time consuming sometimes than doing the gels. Because when I'm doing the acrylics, I know that I am on the clock then.
Yeah.
And I've got to sit there and I've got to get through this set. And that sometimes isn't fun pressure. And it also means that I have to make sure I've got enough time to actually do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, again, that's just not practical. So I do a lot of gel sets as well, you know, because a lot of people were swapping to just doing their own shellacs and stuff, and it's boring. So I like to come up with ways to make it more fun.
You having a tea, Shayla?
Yep.
Or coffee?
Tea.
Or hot chocolate?
Tea.
Any more for any more?
He's really trying to sell that hot chocolate, isn't
He
he?
really is.
This thumb is definitely longer. But you said you liked a long thumb, so...
I do like a long thumb. And I'd very often do a full glitter thumb as well. I'm like, it's my biggest nail by like twice the size of any of the others because it's wide and, you know, mostly got the tiny ones. So I'm like, oh, that glitter.
Yeah, so then what we'll do, we'll let them dry and then we will shape them. There's no point doing all the shaping. And then you basically have to do it all again. And so I hate working on my hands too.
I know you've had some fabulous sets on yours.
I was really gutted though, because the last set I did, which you haven't seen yet because that video hasn't come out, I really like that set.
Yeah.
And so I was gutted the fact I've had to remove it.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, we're back for filing in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to voice over this bit. This is me filing. I'm going to file all of these nails. Obviously, some people like filing and wanted to see filing, so I thought I would keep this in. But when I've got the fan below me going, you can't actually hear anything other than the fan and the sound of me filing, which is not so helpful. I am filing. I know it looks, but this is all sped up, okay? So I don't file quite like a demon. In fact, there you go, I'm telling her off again because she keeps straightening her bloody fingers. But I was actually filing really slowly because I'm like, oh my god, she's got cuticles. They're live cuticles. I might actually hurt her. So I only use a 180 grit anyway, and I know I've said this a lot in my videos, because I just don't think you need a higher grit, and I like keeping my cuticles. I like keeping other people's cuticles. So I use a 180 grit because that's my personal choice. I do have a 100 grit as well, that I can use. If these were longer and I wanted to do some more shaping, etc., I would swap to a 100 grit for the shaping part, but still round the cuticle and over the top I would go to the 180 grit. So that's what we're going to do. We are just going to speed through some of this filing. In fact, I'm only going to keep in one hand because you really don't need to see two, and then we are going to move back on to the crystals and the top coat when all the magic comes together and we go, yay, sparkly, shiny, fun. So I'll be back in a moment. Right, it is crystal time. Yay! Crystally goodness.
Crystally good. And I have no idea what the heck I'm supposed to do or when I'm supposed to put a thing in a thing or anything. So you're going to have to talk me through it.
You don't need to do anything whilst I piddle about and decide. So, I was thinking we have one of these big dudes in the middle, and then like just a couple of the circle ones at the top and at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
As and when you go through the
Lots
ocean,
of
you're basically
resources.
clearing up the ocean.
Wait, do they have steam? Do they have steam?
So, what we're going to do is, because I know it's going to be up and down here, I am going to just layer that down. Hopefully my child might be quiet in a minute. And we might actually hear something other than the sound of him shouting up and down. So you don't need a lot of gel, you know, these are only small gems going on. And then we're going to pop some top coat over the top. I'm using this CJP Time to Shine.
Yeah, the more videos I've seen with Matt, I have come round to Matt. Not with this set, but I have come round
Who's
to Matt.
Matt?
Like Matt Topcoat.
Oh, right.
Who's Matt?
It's like you were watching a YouTube guy that was called Matt who did nails. I'm like going, who's Matt?
No, didn't used to like Matt Topcoat at all. And actually, the more videos I've seen, the more I've seen, I've been like, you know what? That looks all right. Sometimes. I remember the first time you were like, we're going to put some matte on this. And I was like, no matte. Matte is
I don't like the matte. Matte is evil. Leave the matte.
I have got a set which you did for me, which has got some matte on, but oh,
Fluff.
fluff. Too many cats.
No, that's actually fluff from where I clean them. And the lint-free wipes that are not so lint-free
Oh,
end up just leaving deposits of fluff around the place, which is, you know, epically helpful.
3%. Oh, I have that.
I've only just got it.
I farted.
Oliver,
thanks for that.
totally didn't need to know that,
Released us
thanks.
by the open door.
Well, there is that, which is better than the other video. We've got a video, which will be out before this one comes out, where he does actually let rip in the video. What do you think of that? Ooh! Do you like that?
Oh, I do!
Squealy, squealy. Right, let's top coat the rest of these, and then this hand can go in the lamp. So I'm going to do all 4 fingers. You're going to put them in the lamp to cure. Then we're going to do thumb.
Okay. Because you know me and the bashy.
I do it even with my own nails. I like to do the thumb separately.
I've done like doing my own as well. Bashed either the thumb or the pinky. Oh, just a sec, I didn't say it. Top coat! There we go.
Thank you. Yeah, if you don't, I haven't been doing that very much in my videos
I
now.
know, but it doesn't matter. As soon as you bring out the top coat, I still scream top coat at the telly, which is really confusing when Jim's like gaming or something and suddenly he goes, what? What? Yeah, I'm just shouting at the telly, darling. It's fine.
Okay. No thumb. Put hand in lamp. Right. In fact, I'm going to do on a 60. Can I have your other hand, do you think?
Oh, maybe.
Oh my god. It's just painful. I mean, really. Go on.
No,
twist yourself in.
It's this. I'm twisted in the most silly position.
It is. It's beautiful. Look. Oh no. Where is she?
It's not easy to get.
Nope. Still can't find her. You're around there somewhere. There you go. Look. I'll just turn that, and then we can see you. Hey, hands. Do you want exactly the same?
There's a chest here.
The same design?
Crystal?
It doesn't have to be
Yeah, the
same.
crystal placement, because the rest of it's exactly the same, so I can't do anything about the rest of your design.
No. As in the same crystal placement, but I don't mind if the colours are exactly the same.
Right.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, if you decide to do the crystal placement with different coloured crystals on this one, that's fine. If you decide to do it the same, that's also fine. But now you can't see what colours you did on the other hand, can you? Because you crisscrossed me.
Press that
I can't even properly reach you, so you know we've got 5 seconds left in the lamp, so we might as well just.
We're good. So I'm just twisted for no reason.
Absolutely.
You're just messing with me.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Shiny, shiny, shiny.
Look, can I have a look?
No.
Oh, nails. Oh, I see what you mean about the top coat brings out all the sparkle in the
Pigment.
pigment.
Yep, you don't appreciate pigment
No.
until you see it with the top coat, and then you're like, oh my god, I did not expect that
No,
much coming.
the orange doesn't look at all sparkly, but it is. And yeah, and the brown's got glitter in as well, which I couldn't say.
Yep, it's not just a dull brown, it's got a lovely goldy shimmer.
It does, and it's kind of got that olive greeny brown.
Yeah,
thing going on. It's not a flat brown.
It's not a poo brown, no.
Okay, if I do that, then you can see.
Over there, somewhere.
Oh, they are so beautiful.
There, right in front of me.
Oh.
Left hand to fire. Boost, boost, boost.
Okay, oh no, that's not
You're
going to
gonna
help,
throw
is
a
it?
med pack at him.
You twit. Here you go. I'm going to kill you.
With a med pack.
Med pack.
Yeah, have it.
Fail.
Big fail.
I have just said I am a very noob at this at the moment.
At the moment.
It takes a while to lose your noobness.
It does. You've still got plenty of noob, Eleanor. Probably got less noob than Adam though. She's got well into Fortnite.
She has some serious skills too.
See, noob stood there in the open while trying to regenerate.
What, you mean that thing you tell our child not to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell us not to do that. What? Never stand out in the open.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Do as I say, not as I
Just done
do.
it whilst healing.
Just run through that then.
So this hand is shorter than the other hand because it's mainly your natural nails, and obviously you didn't want me to take down the length of the rest of the nails that were not tipped. So by the time we get to the next time, they will be bigger.
Yeah, and this hand
Just don't you dare.
and this hand is, because I'm right-handed, I struggle a bit with having super long nails on this hand, so I can always get away with longer nails on my left hand than my right hand.
On the left hand side, not there.
Sorry,
So you go to
Shona.
point with the finger that you're not supposed to use, but you're then using another finger that I also don't want you to use.
I'm sorry, Shona.
It's alright, I still love you.
That's okay then.
This is my favourite nail.
I'll see it in a minute.
Absolutely love
Oh yeah.
that nail. Look at it. It's so shiny and beautiful. Right, that hand can go in the lamp.
Yes, Oliver.
Right, so we've just got the thumbs to top coat, and then that's this set done. So there you go, really long extended video. If you would like more of these long extended watch me work videos with my sister and all of the crazy that goes on in the background, let me know. If you prefer that I condense it down and I cut out a lot of the crap going on in the background, let me know.
Indeed.
Awesome, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.